if creative people were to worry about how unpopular they were going to be as a result of their works, we would have a very limited supply of great works of art of global appeal. What I'm going to do is more a creative response to a situation. This creative response, what it is, like I can't help it. It comes on its own, it takes over. Creative people will know I'm doing it not because I feel the need to explain myself, to justify, to defend, especially when I'm not confronted. I've been saying, several times on Facebook, my status and my postings, that I have nothing to hide. I'm a free spirit. I live in a free world. And if anybody has questions, if anybody has doubts about me, about my person, about my character, feel free to contact me in person, preferably. Write, do anything you like, but talk to me. I don't eat people. The expression Woza in South Africa is from Zulu. It's a word, it's a verb that means come here. Okay, you'll hear in full it's a Woza la. It means come over here. 𝗕𝗍 en français, pronosc, come hit. Okay, Woza la. It means come here, be visible, be seen, be here, and stay the cause. It's used motivationally also, because when you say Woza Machona, Woza Simon, you're encouraging Simon, Woza Bafana, the South African national football team, and your child, when they're doing something good, playing football or something, they're performing, you cheering. My karate kids know, in competition, everything, I shout, I scream, Woza my karate kids, Woza. Have no fear, be strong, and so I'm here. I ain't going nowhere. I'm a citizen of this world, wherever I am. If I'm in South Africa, if I'm in Zambia, if I'm in Norway, if I'm in the States, wherever, I am not hiding from anything, from anybody. I'll always be accessible to. Because I am Machona's son. I ain't going nowhere, regardless of where I am in the world, There's been misconceptions that have been made out of my books so far, which, hasn't surprised me. It's only natural. When you write books, when you do creative works that are very personal, like my story so far, it's very easy to be misunderstood and be judged. That's fine. When we get into these things, that we're mentally prepared for that. And this is why, you have critiques, in newspapers, TV, everywhere, they'll pick up a book or a work of art, a song, and tear it apart, say it's a great song, it's a great story, it's a bad story, that's a lousy performer, he's crossed boundaries, and all that, but if you have things, that you really burn for, about the creative person, the artist, the creator of the work concerned, talk to them. Have no fear. Talk to me. I can only speak for myself. So I'm going to read up my latest poem, which is basically a creative response to a situation that I cannot do anything about. Is a creative mind speaking here. I'm not under obligation to apologize to ghosts, or to explain myself to ghosts. No. Talk to me. This poem is, I finished it on the 18th after 17 May. So if anybody wants to enter into a dialogue or anything after this, please, you're welcome. Talk about anything. The weather is boring, anything, politics, even private life, because this is church is a part of that. Okay, anything. You want to know if I'm gay? I'm not. Heterosexual, but I have gay children, sons of my my sons from other mothers and other fathers and everything. I've got gay friends, and all that. Do I smoke? I don't smoke, so I wouldn't even touch hash. You know what I mean? What? Anything. I love food. Am I married? Have I ever been married? No, I've never been married. Do I have children? not any that I know of. You can catch my drift?
Thank you for having gotten this far with this talk. If you find it enjoyable, informative, and thought-provoking, please like the video. I hope that you find the channel content of value to you. In that case, please subscribe. That way you'll be inspiring me to do more work and grow the channel for you. Thank you again.
And it goes. They call it Jakaarlo. Come stand face to face with me, wonderful lady. Look into my eyes. If you see evil, you are seeing things I cannot see. You see demons coming home, glowing your true colors, reflections of your own fears blind me. I raised you to see and be seen with confidence of the sun, didn't I? Stars ought to stop twinkling at your command. Clean your eyes. Let white light beam through, pure as my intentions are, always. Open not your mouth, lest your forked tongue spits venom into the gateway into my soul. I want to see you clearly, so I can, in your eyes, read the story of me. Your contaminated mind projects onto the mirror of my life. I want to see those upon whose tongues your poisonous thoughts have fallen. They share your hallucinations. Oh no, I am not what you see in your self-induced paranoidal psychedelic visions flashing on the uneven mosaic that is the mirror of your life. My hands could never touch. It wasn't me. I wasn't there when the choices you made shattered your self-image. Since you already have a fan club of uncritical eyes feeding their clouded prejudicial minds on distorted reality about my deeds, spreading fake news, that scares me not. That dents not my freedom to live, to create and to love. Call out to the world to come and witness your crucifying me for the purported sins that I have committed upon you. Let injustice erase me from the light of your earth. Bring them to stand face to face with me, Jakaarlo, wonderful lady. I want them to look into my eyes, all the children upon whom I have sinned, supposedly. All the children born and yet to be, who you and your court's nightmare that I shall be indecent to, here and now and tomorrows to come. See, I have no fear. I open my hands, I close my eyes, I embrace death. Bring it on. Hear my last words. What you read is not what you see. Children read, see, and believe. Grown-ups read, see, and ponder. I rest my case. If I write stories about my life in Norway, anybody that I have interacted with at all levels is part of those stories. I am what I am today. I mean, through having interacted, with you people, so stories that I tell, I mean, I'm made, they're the output, of my experiences with you people, Norwegian people and others, both for, the good and the bad. I only hope that, it will be understood, that I write only with good intentions. I might step on people's toes. I might say unpleasant things and, unintentionally, but, that's just the way it is. However, and again, I'll never stop stressing this, if anybody feels offended, if anybody feels, hung out, particularly, and very strong feelings about that, reach out. I don't eat people. Let's talk things over and move on. Life is good. We can't let ourselves be limited, by our fears or things we don't know. You don't judge people on speculations. You don't design your life on speculations. You design your life on facts of what works and what doesn't work, in terms of relations, work, etc. I lived 25 years in Norway straight, before in South Africa, 1988 to 2013. I became a man in Norway, man, adult man, I was forced into getting into manhood here, making adulthood, making choices, that grown-ups do, about relations, jobs, career, I cannot escape reflecting my experiences of life in Norway, much as I do with Zambia, Zimbabwe, Botswana, Lesotho, partly Mozambique, Swaziland and Namibia, the entire Southern Africa. Places I've been, India, United States, and you name it. England, of course. I'm very grateful. I'm very humbled, for the opportunity. I look forward to many more years of this. And as soon as I'm able to move around the world, promoting my books, getting inspiration, and taking writing sabbaticals, that sounds cool, right? I take writing sabbatical in Gambia, if I get myself a cottage, and stay there like 3 months and, doing nothing but writing, eating good food, enjoying the smiles of Gambia. For example, it could be anywhere, it could be Bali. Oh, it's too far, So thank you very much, guys. I'll always treasure your love and support and faith in me. Despite my fallibilities, I'm not perfect. I don't even aspire to be perfect. It's boring. But I try to be as fair and as honest, as open as possible, as ethical as possible. I'm not given to malice. I'm not given to going out to cause harm deliberately. Shit happens from time to time. If and when that happens, I apologize accordingly. So I expect people, to be open, to reach out to me. But, if they don't, it's a free world, I ain't going to stop, I'm going to write till I die, actually, and which is going to be a very long time. I mean, I'm here to stay, I'm here on earth, for the long haul, I can see myself kissing age 120 like that, prove me wrong if you can, so it's no problem. I've got 1,000 books to write, that's a lot, so a man has got to have a long life, so, which is what I've ordered, so.
Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the show and found it of value to you. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. That way you'll be inspiring me to do more work and grow the channel for you. Thank you again.